So I'd like to start with a simple question for all of you, just a show of hands. How many of you have debated a topic so hard that even after you've realized that you're in the wrong, you stand by your point? It's a lot of hands. And I have too. And I personally, although this is quite a bitter feeling, I personally think it can be seen as bittersweet. To be so passionate about a subject that you're willing to abandon logic in order to defend it. Obviously, it's a net negative, but I think that parts of it is beautiful. Taking a stand, why caring about something is everything. And how how to take your stand. Now, everyone has their own ideals and beliefs, and how we interact with these ideals and beliefs is who we are. We stem from those very base foundations of our personality. Now, some basic debate advice. Starting with trying to learn other people's perspectives. Debating is always about learning and never about teaching. To debate something means for two or more people to both think about new ideas, so both parties can learn. Trying to teach in a debate is like trying to run the opposite way in a marathon. It just doesn't work. Now, next, level with the opposition. Learning only works if you can see eye to eye on at least some basis. And leveling with the opposition is how we see eye to eye. Try to understand the other's ideals and try to view them as a human, not as opposition. Some wars aren't worth fighting. Now, sadly, as much as debate is about learning or about making something new, some wars just aren't worth fighting. Some people aren't going to agree with you or aren't going to create a new idea. And learning to deal with that is just walking away. As sad as it may be, sometimes people don't want to debate and they just want to prove others wrong. Now, why debate? So, philosophical, ethical, and political debate all teaches great respect. Standing on the same grounds as others and trying to create new ideas with them, even when their own ideals oppose yours, is really just the basis of teamwork. At the end of the day, respect is all about that same leveling with the opposition, or leveling with others that may have different cultural beliefs or different structural beliefs on hundreds or thousands of different topics. It makes you more intelligent. Speaking in a way where you have to provide your sources and where you have to constantly make sure what you're saying is true, correct, and has logic behind it makes you a smarter person. It's basically the definition, although that can be argued upon. Now, it creates an open and free environment. As I said, debate is all about new ideas. And when you have an open environment in a debate session, you're pretty much just throwing your ideals, values, beliefs, or thoughts on a process at a wall and seeing what sticks. And more ideas means more things stick. And debate also helps us analyze bias. Going into a really deep debate doesn't mean yelling or screaming. It means looking at your core and looking at where your logic stems from. Is it sound and concrete, or are there small cracks? And that is exactly why debating is a beautiful process. And also, it causes us to question the most basic facts about ourselves and our ideals. Questioning these is what drives change. It's what drives innovation. And it's simply the way of the future. Now, debating isn't just a hobby or form of interview, nor is it nor is it even just a raw mode of communication. I think that it's even more than that. I think that it's almost a lifestyle. It's a display of one's thoughts. And also, beyond that, it helps us create a mindset and drive change, as previously stated. Einstein, Socrates, Martin Luther King. What do they all have in common? They all went against the grain. They refused to take yes or no as an answer and continued to ask why when answers didn't satisfy their curiosity. And although these men might have been contrarians on some standpoints or disagreed with facts that may seem trivial to us nowadays, it's that same questioning that brought us general relativity, that brought us the great philosophy of both Socrates and MLK, and that brought us the March on Washington and speeches like I Have a Dream. And now, drawing this into how I live as a student and how the students of our community debate and become better people, debating causes us to listen. And it's that same listening which makes others see traits in ourselves. When you're talking, you can give more information. But when you're not talking, you can show that you're listening. And tying the knot, how does this connect? Now, I know that there are people from all over the world sitting right here today, and that's amazing. And this connects to us today because it's those same differences which cause debate to be beautiful, which causes us to disagree and agree on some standpoints and then build something new. Thank you.